we are waiting for everyone to connect, once again, welcome. This event is dedicated to discovering more about the undergraduate programs offered by BBW, University of Applied Sciences. BBW is a university located in Berlin, Germany, and it has a reputation for providing job-ready graduates. So if you are curious about the programs they offer, if you have any questions about the admissions procedure, about the intakes, about the student life, about how classes usually are held, feel free to write in the Q&A box, and we'll be happy to take your questions at the end of the presentation. So without further ado, I would like to leave the floor to Lorenzo. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for the usual kind introduction, Lavinia, and welcome to everybody. I hope you did get a great vacation, a good Easter, and that you are now ready to get or to think about your future in terms of higher education. I present myself. I'm Lorenzo, operation manager, and Kathleen is there to support me. And so we are just as a team here to give you all the information you might need in order to step into an institution, which, as Lavinia was saying, is not only has the reputation, but has also the figures of an institution who is bringing into the market, into the labor market, 97% of their graduate within 1 year. But let's go step by step, and let me introduce who we are. We are, first of all, we are delivering degrees which are valid at pan-European level. That's because, although being a private university, we are recognized at national level. Hence, with this recognition, we are delivering this following the Bologna process. We are delivering or we are giving bachelors which are valid at pan-European people. Bachelor for the non-European, for the possible Italian students which are together with us now, it's basically laurea triennale. So it's 3 years of study. We've been founded in 2007. We are owned by major private company, and that's the reason why we are providing graduate which are immediately which can really immediately go to the labor market into our network of companies, because we have 200 industry partners. And what we also have, obviously we are multicultural, we have more than 40 nationalities. This because we want to have a kind of a blend of people, because we are enriching ourselves if we have people coming from all around the world with different experience. Getting to the figures, now we've got an average of 97% employment rate within 1 year from graduation. Once I will go through our program, you'll see we will have programs which are delivering 100% employment rate, and other which are 95 anyway, because again, I stress that because of belonging to private institution, to private industry, we are delivering professionals who have the skills the companies are requiring. First thing. Secondly, what we are, one of our plus is that we are giving 2 mandatory internship in our study program, meaning by this that once you are getting in touch with a company during our bachelor course, you will have the possibility to show yourself, and therefore to also be experienced and to have much more opportunity finishing your bachelor course to get into the real working life. We have extensive knowledge on e-learning, unfortunately also because of this COVID pandemic, let's say, period, and 30% of our lessons, overall hours, are done in e-learning mode. internship, as I was telling you, we have two internships which are mandatory for in each bachelor course, which is increasing once. On one side, the possibility of being hired by this company, and secondly, to really get into the daily business of a company. That's the reason why we are calling ourselves a University of Applied Science, because we are applying all the knowledge we have directly into the companies. Here below, you have some of our blue chip partners, meaning I would say companies which are in our board, but we have plenty of others. And just for eye-catching and just to raise a little bit the importance of belonging to companies, I was just putting the biggest one. But let's go through our programs. First of all, our programs, as we have seen before, we have 40 nationalities which are coming to us, and therefore the programs are in English in Venice. This means that in order to get homogeneous groups, we would need to expect from you in terms of eligibility to have B2 certification in English, because all the programs are taught in English. Most of the, let's say, practical activities of the internships are done abroad, and therefore English is a must-have. So we have one bachelor, which is business management and engineering, which is last in the 7th semester. And then we have 3 bachelors, which are part of business management and economics, which are fashion management, media and event management, and tourism management. Start will be April 2023 in Venice. Before I step into this, fashion management, media and tourism management, again, are part of business management and economics. This means that you will have an horizontal, let's say, module, which is based on economics, and then we are going vertical in terms of specialization. Meaning by this, once you are getting the bachelor, your bachelor won't be fashion management, but won't be business management and economics. And this is going to allow you, if the path you have chosen is not reflecting what you want in your professional life, you can put yourself in another work, in another job, showing in your CV that you have a degree in business management and economics. Let's start with the highlight, let's say, of our program, which is business management and engineering. There we have really 100% of percentage of people who are getting a job after they are leaving this course, and moreover we have 67% of people who have already a job during their last year. And this because, everything is moving into digitalization and production, and you have plenty, and the possibility, the field of application is spanning from mechanical engineering to consulting firms. So you can work either into a company as personal, as a consultant in a consultant firm, or build your own firm. Automation technology and robotics is a main driver of economics in these years and production, and there we are also focusing a lot. And the practice areas, they are going from project management to research and development. This field is quite specific, and to step into that, we really would need to have a solid foundation in terms of scientifics and mathematics. Just to get you through, you see there we have basic studies where we have mathematics for engineers, we have physics for engineers, we have basic of engineering, we have mechatronics, and obviously, as you won't have just a part which is just pure engineering, you will also have everything which is related to sales. So marketing and distribution, you will have economics, and then you are going into niches, which is, for instance, construction and CAD. You will have 3D printing. What I just want to say is that our curriculum, the contents on what we are teaching, are following the request of the market, meaning that in a couple of years, if CAD is evolving in something else, we are going to offer a module on this. I was marking in red student research project because this is part, as I was saying, of our program. And then you see we have advanced study where we have manufacturing system 4.0, and we also have everything which relates also with human resource engineering, how to deal with matrix organization, how to organize them. And obviously, as we are in the middle of a melting pot, also in terms of, working activities, we also have intercultural management. Anyway, all these charts I'm showing are right in our Docsity, and Lavinia will be more than happy to share them with you. Overviews, as I was saying, we are part of the Department of Industrial Engineering, and we have language is English, location is Venice. Again, just one, I jump briefly into Venice. You have my contact. We are at your disposal to have a virtual tour directly from Venice, just to show you where we are and what we are doing. We are at really in the center of Venice, and therefore we can say that we have a German rigor in terms of curriculum, and we also have some nice quality of life given by Venice, which is a really nice location. I'm going through tourism as well, which is the first offer we are having in terms of business and economics. And also there we are spanning from travel agents to spa and wellness facilities. When I'm saying travel agent, it doesn't mean that you are behind a counter just giving information to to possible customers. Travel agent means also that you are dealing with network of travel agencies, analyzing, let's say, their P&L, business and economics, as well as how to implement their visibility as tourism is shifting more and more on digital platform. And tourism is not just cruising or just moving from A to B. Tourism is now also very linked to, for instance, convention centers, and especially now you also have a lot of transport companies, see for instance Flixbus, who are really focusing on this. I just give you an overview, which is then what you are going to have in the remaining bachelors. That means media and fashion. You see there you have basic studies, and you see it's everything about economics, apart some little, let's say, some little hint on tourism. However, it's just it's everything which is related to economics. This module is transversal to the 3 specialization. Then afterwards, once you are getting this, you are going vertical in everything which relates to tourism, so industry, marketing, everything which is low in tourism industry. And then you have the practical phase, which is basically the the, 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 internship you are doing. there, again, we are in the Department of Economic and Business Administration. We have there, therefore, the bachelor is basically in business administration, again in Venice, 6 semesters. This is different from business management and engineering. Business management and engineering is 7 semesters because you are going to also have 1 semester which is focused on business German or in advanced English business. This because of the, let's say, specificity of this bachelor, which is almost focused on, let's say, export market in brackets, if we can say so. You also have the installment fees, the entity of the installment fees, also there. If you want to get in touch with me or with us, we can give you more information on support we are delivering through a local national bank who's delivering loans on honor. Then we are going to fashion management. In fashion management, fashion in Italy is a big thing. However, there, we are not really focusing on production. We are more focusing on how to deal in terms of economics with fashion. So specifically with brand management, sales and e-commerce. Also there we have a lot of experience in that because the director of our course is really into that, and he has plenty of contact either with e-commerce platform which are dealing with fashion, as well as with everything which relates with the managing of fashion from the point of view of business and administration. You see there we have fashion, luxury and retail management, because the more and more we are having chains or malls, let's call it like that, who are really expanding themselves with point of sales or flagship store. And also there you need how to deal with this. I reiterate this concept. We are not focusing with this in stylists. We are just focusing on business and administration in the fashion industry. I don't show you anymore the foundation which are on business and economics. I'm going really on the vertical path, where you can see that we have the fundamentals of fashion management. We have technology and fabrics, because there we have to understand where the trends are going, and fashion design. Yes, I was saying before that we are not focusing on fashion and on tailoring. However, what we want to give you is also the fact that we want you to understand where the trends are going and what does it mean also in terms of timing to let's say to design a fashion collection. And also there we have practical phase 1 and practical phase 2. We have there the same fees as the other ones, and also there we have support from our local bank. Media and event management, also there the media landscape has changed a lot in the last year. We are moving from let's say the classical channels like TV. We are just going over to digital. So media are strictly linked to event management. And what we have said is, if there is media, there should be also event. So you will be in the condition to manage two complementary, I would say two aspects of the entertainment world, which are quite parallel. However, they are a bit different. Therefore, I would say with this bachelor, you would be in the position to either to get in advertising and communication agency. This will give you the opportunity to manage at 360 degrees everything you would need to know or to understand, or to focus vertical on PR agency or on trade fair. See there, I don't want to overread what you are already seeing. I think that at a glance you will see there is a broad, there is really a broad universum which is spanning from one point to the other one. Also there, I won't show you the specificity of the economics and business of economics modules, which we have seen before. I want to show you the vertical part, which is basically on media industry and planning, creation, and control of media products, which includes, for instance, also musical kind of commercial, which includes everything which relates to gigs, which relates to whatever you can call a media product, starting from a documentary, going to a movie, and controlling the whole event and the whole product. Viral marketing, this is something which is coming up really very fast. Everybody's talking about viral marketing, and few knows how to do it. And viral marketing might also be something which relates to creativity. However, it has also method, and it has sales and figures and numbers. And there, what we are giving is really a frame where, on one hand, you've seen what has been done in terms of best practice, and on the other hand, you will be taken through a funnel where you see how to control, how to set KPI, what's the return on investment, which is really important when tomorrow you will be faced with business management. Obviously, event and media law, which is also quite important, and obviously also event technology, because also in terms of streaming, we have plenty of, I would say, tools which have been developed and which are in the process of being developed. This is really an overview of what we are offering, and then something on top. What are we providing on top? Let's say we are not a big university. We have around about 1,200 graduates per year. And the advantage we have compared with our competitors, we have small study groups. That means we know our students one by one, and therefore we can really follow them through tutoring and close support. I give you just an example. If you are failing one exam, you have the opportunity to have, in terms of tutoring, to have a support on the, let's say, on what you have not reached. For instance, I'm failing in P&L and accounting. Okay, I will have a support who is bringing me through PL and accounting to give me the opportunity to be in the condition to pass the next exam. We have a fixed planned semester schedule. What does it mean? Usually in a normal university, you are going through all the courses or all the modules in one semester. Semester is closing, and then you are giving all the exam following the courses you were following. Here it's a little bit different. You are having a module which is, for instance, I don't know, media and event tourism. After the closing of the module, you are getting immediately the exam. And this gives you the opportunity, once you're passing the exam, to immediately step further to the next module without having any dead time. We have our own job portal where let's say, companies are advertising, who are recruiting. And we also have a career service center. How does it work? The career service center is a kind of a clutch, or let's say point of contact between the companies and between the university and the student. Once the student, after, let's say, the first year, has understood where he wants to go, what are his key, let's say, favorite topics, he's gonna develop a concept in terms of internship with his professor, and he's going to get in touch with a basket of companies which are in line with his talents, let's say. Then he's gonna have let's say, one-to-one meeting with this company. If the match is getting well, he's gonna step into this company for his internship. If the match is not going well, we are going to provide another company. Obviously, as most of our people are coming from abroad, we have on-site contacts for accommodations, which are ranging from I'd say from rooms, from shared rooms, or from shared flats. And again, what we do offer is, if you are interested just to get a little bit more inside our reality, we are also offering everything which relates to the visual of our premises. So virtual tour, just get in touch with me, and then we can have directly from Venice, we can get outside and I can show you where we are. I can't do it right now because thanks God, we have many people there, and getting outside from our premises, I'd say the signal won't be that strong. The requirements: university entrance qualification, meaning by this either a living certificate or maybe also professional education with 1 year of working experience, and English language at least B2 level. Some of our partners, just to close everything. So at the left-hand side, universities, which I think you might not be interested. And on the right-hand side, the biggest corporation we have in each of the, let's say, fields I was describing you before. And again, as we are doing now, we are offering online international events. So this won't be the first time. This won't be the first and the last time. Hopefully, we are going to meet. An idea would be to really go by having a seminar on each peculiar offer. So one seminar on business management and engineering, one in tourism, one in fashion, and so forth and so on. On-site virtual tour and personal and individual student counseling. And that's the reason for us, for Kathleen and I, to be there below with our pictures and with our contact. I was just flying over. I don't know what was coming up on your end, but I just wanted to give you a little bit more time if there is something you would like to know, would like to understand better. And then I will ask Lavinia, as she always doing, to send you all the presentation over. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, thank you so much for the presentation. I hope it was useful and inspiring for the attendees of this event. So we did get quite a lot of questions in the meantime, and I know that Kathleen answered in writing to many of those. But I would like to pinpoint some of them that I think would be interesting for all participants to hear. So one participant is asking, what is usually the cost of living in Venice? And is it easy to find a part-time job to support one's studies?
Yes. So first thing, it depends, obviously. It depends on what's your lifestyle is, on what your expectation is. For instance, Kathleen is living in Venice, and she's living quite well there without overdoing, without underdoing. So I would say, Kathleen, I'd say maybe 300, 400 euros. Apart, I mean, just is the cost for living without taking into consideration, let's say, a flat. A flat, from my personal point of view, depending also there what you're looking for, can go from 150 euro if you are looking for a shared room, or a room which is nearby Venice in a little city called Mestre, which is just 10 minutes away from Venice by train, or it can rise to 350, 500 euro if you just want to have your own room in a flat in a city center. Cost of living, Kathleen, I'm wrong if I'm saying 350, 400?
As you said, it depends on the way of living. I mean, you can get a pizza for, if you want to eat pizza, you can get a pizza for €5, nice big pizza. You can go to the supermarket in Venice directly, which is a little bit more expensive than I would say, for example, in Berlin. But if you're just one person, then it's not that of a big issue. If you have, of course, your family over, then I would always recommend to go with the bus to Mestre. There's a big supermarket. It's called Familia.
Yeah, Familia.
Familia. And that bus goes in 15 minutes directly from Venice city center in front of that supermarket. And there you can really everything for not so big prices. I mean, at the moment, the prices are everywhere raising, like gas, electricity, also for the food. So
it might be worth to buy your stuff into a grocery or into a supermarket, I would say.
Yeah, so I would, but anyway, it's not that expensive.
No.
Also not in the city. It's okay. It's like Lorenzo said, you can eat normally for 300 euro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are not having big expectations. You know.
Yeah, and the question or the answer related to the question of part-time job, as Venice is one of the most important tourism hub worldwide, there are plenty of jobs over there. If you are thinking about having part-time jobs, I think there are more hotels and more bars and more clubs in Venice than flies on a flower. So, and what I see there are plenty of students which are there and which are working part-time. There is also a portal for jobs in Venice, specifically for students. And again, I wouldn't see any kind of problem of finding a job. I mean, just have a look. If you have the opportunity to go in Venice, you will see, you will also have advertisement of looking for bartender, looking for staff people, looking for this and for that. So I wouldn't see any problem in that.
Thank you both so much for the insight and the response. So we are still getting some more questions, and I would like to encourage all participants to just write their own questions in the Q&A box. Anything you'd like to know about BBW, about their programs, about your student life, about studying in Venice or in Berlin, please feel free to write your questions in the Q&A box, and we'll be happy to answer them. With that being said, a participant is asking if you are offering any kind of scholarship or financial aid.
Scholarship for the time being, scholarship is not foreseen in the first year. together with Kathleen, we are trying to arrange something in order to organize them, to provide them as from the second year. There are many reasons for this. The first one is that we want to have people who are 100% incentivized in stepping in, and therefore to do a kind of an effort. We do understand that the cost of living is rising, so therefore we are not asking them to jump into a pool without water. So we are going to support them because, as I said, we have, as from the first year, we have an agreement with a local bank, which name is San Paolo, which is one of the major banks here in Italy, and they are offering loans on honor, meaning by this that they are anticipating, let's say, the amount of the bachelor in 2 installments yearly, and this is including everything which relates to the bachelor, including also cost of living. There is a maximum amount, I would say it's between 5,000 and 7,000 euro, depending on the path you are choosing. And once you are finishing, after 2 years, once you are getting your degree, you have 2 choices, either to repay everything in a lump or to extend the further payment till 20 years. That means that the cost will be, I would say, 50 euro per month. So yes, we do have support in terms of, in terms of support, in terms of loans. And by the way, the good thing about it is that with this support, the bank is not asking, how would you say, your parents, please help me. They are not asking for warranty. They're not asking for financial guarantee, firstly. Second, something I forgot to say, we are not asking for a test to step into our bachelor's. So you just have to get a B2 on level of English and a living certificate which is in line with EU contents in order to get the eligibility.
Thank you so much for the information. So I did want to remind our participants that if they have any questions, of course, they can type them in the Q&A box, and I'm just now sending the link to request the certificate of attendance by Docsity if anyone wishes to request that. Moving forward to the other questions, a participant is asking which degree, in your opinion, is best for working in Germany?
That is a difficult question. Of course, I would say engineering is a core product of German economy, and also a very good paid job afterwards. But also with all those economic bachelor degrees, you can step fully into the economic part, and in the free economy company, you can also reach a very good salary. So it's a bit difficult to answer that.
Yes, I mean, salary in Germany is really, it's heaven. What is important is, first of all, to have a good level of English and, if possible, some German. I just take my example. I have worked 3 years in Germany. I'm really not an engineer. However, my English is average, my German as well. And I've got the opportunity to step into Volkswagen Group. And there, I mean, once you are getting into this kind of big companies, then it's done. You can build your career by your own. It is obvious that, as Kathleen was saying, engineering is really very sought all over the world, and especially in Germany. The other way around is that if you're talking about tourism, about fashion, what they need in Germany is getting people who are, first of all, getting from a German university, which is a kind of stamp of quality you're getting, and secondly, which understand, which are multicultural. Therefore, I would say that also tourism would be a really interesting job, which can be sold into Germany as being Italian. It depends. If you are Italian and you have experience on what's going here, you can do everything in Germany, because there is a strong link between Germany and Italy. If you are from abroad, I would really stick into engineering, but this is my personal view, which might also be wrong.
Thank you so much for the insight and for the very interesting point. So I don't see any more questions, but I would like to take a step back and perhaps we can repeat some more information on how the internships work. I know Kathleen answered this in writing. However, I think it might be interesting for all participants to hear. So yes, if we can maybe give some example of internships and some example of the companies that you work with.
Yes, for instance, we have got internship with, let's say, with the logistic sector of Deutsche Bahn, which is the national company, train company, railways or whatsoever. And what we also have done, we have got a very interesting internship, which is in gaming, in digital gaming, which has been done with one leading partner of gaming company in Germany. And for fashion, we had the opportunity to develop a concept with the fashion chamber in Berlin. I mean, everybody knows that Milan is the center of the world in terms of fashion fairs. However, also Berlin is a quite important hub, and we are working with them when it comes to develop concept in terms of I would say organizing event in terms of défilé, in terms of fashion show, or also with some special distributors on, let's say, kind of, we also get some, let's say, some internship, which were more focusing on administrative stuff, on how to improve their let's say, third margin of contribution. So we have what I would say, we have plenty of examples, but what I would do, I would really tease people saying, this is not the first time we are meeting each other. We had last time the opportunity to talk with Professor Schulemann, who's doing media and event management, and with Professor Oliver, I don't remember McConnell, and they were showing really what has been done with the various steps in how to build an internship. Just to give you some ideas, the internship lasts 400 hours, which is, if you consider it's 50 days, if you consider 8 hours per day, but it lasts more because you're not going to have 8 hours per day. And we have 2 of them. And so if you are interested, what I can do, I can send you some sample, Lavinia, of say, internship we have done, how they were evolving, and then you can send them to our beautiful audience.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
by
you
the
so
way,
much.
thanks for the
Yeah.
questions, because I see they are still there. So either they're doing something else or they are interested.
Thank you so much for the insight and for all the information on the internships. I think it was very interesting and very useful to our audience. So in terms of other useful information, I was wondering if we can also give some more insight into what the academic year looks like. So when do lessons start? When do they have exams? And is it the same for all programs?
Thank you very much, Lavinia, for this, because I forgot this. We are closing our intake. We are starting, I'd say, first week of April. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kathleen, I would say we are closing our intake end of February.
Yes, so the semester usually goes like always 6 months, from 1st of April next time till 30th of September. That is the semester. During the semester, you have a fixed semester schedule, which with some special modules. And at the end of every module, you are writing an exam or give some paperwork to the professor. And then after you write your exams, you're then stepping into the next semester. In April, we are closing the intakes, like Lorenzo said, end of February, so 28th of February. The 31st of January, we have that early bird discount of 10% of the first semester fee.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't know if here are non-EU participants now. Usually universities take application fee for the next semester. We are happy to announce that we are skipping that. So you can send your application documents directly to me and Lorenzo. We will do the first checkup, and then we will forward that to our student counselor to have a closer look and to see if maybe something is missing for the documentation. And after that, you receive then the study contract, immatriculation documents, which are necessary to ask for a visa for Italy.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. This was a very useful and insightful answer, and I do hope that our participants are excited at the prospect of studying in Venice or in Berlin if they choose to study there. So to wrap the event up, I was wondering if we can maybe repeat once again for the last time the admission requirements, just so everyone is ready to apply if they wish to do so.
So it's a living certificate. So basically the documentation who you might be willing sending to us is a copy of your ID, copy of your living certificate, and B2 level of English. So these are the 3 mandatory documents we would need.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. If you wish to add anything else, please do.
Well, I would like to wrap up, and I would like to thank everybody for being there. I was expecting less people because of the coming back from the let's say from the vacation, and therefore I'm quite happy, and I'm at your disposal to have a one-to-one approach and contact, and whatever you would like to see where we are, which is one of our core value, which is really a big USP, just get in touch with me and I'll be there to take you through.
Yes, and I have one more sentence to say. If you need deeper inclose to the study, the bachelor studies, we are also happy to give you the contacts of our main professors, which are responsible for the study programs.
Thank you, Kathleen.
So
thank you.
That will be also something. It's really a BBW university. The professors are very close to the students, so they're happy to inform you, to help you through the whole study. So also in front, if you have some questions which we cannot answer, me and Lorenzo, because it's maybe something very deep into the study, just send us an email and we will give you the contact to our professor. They are okay with that. We asked them already.
Lorenzo, Kathleen, thank you both so much for your presence here tonight and for taking the time to answer all the questions. Of course, I would like to also thank all participants for joining us tonight and for their interest in BBW. If there is anything you missed in the presentation, no worries, you will get an email after the event with the recording and with the PowerPoint. So all the information will be listed there. Everything about the academic programs offered and all the fees and also all the admission and deadlines. So if you are interested, check out the email. So once again, thank you all for joining us tonight, and I do hope to see you once again for the next events, hopefully in partnership with BBW. I wish everyone a really nice evening, and once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lavinia, for
see you next time.
For your usual support. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.